that I was right, us right. I stood my ground in every fight. Told them once and told them twice. Guess it took the burn to open eyes. They advocated for the wrong side, ignored the truth that I could not hide. Now they're stranded in the desert dry, chasing shadows with a desperate sigh. I hate to say I told you so, but the fire's out and the ashes glow. The fools who mocked me get the show. Truth's the only thing that grows. They fought me hard, pushed me away. Now their blind faith led them astray. Promises shattered, lies on display. They've learned a hard lesson today. Now they're turning back on broken dreams, wandering lost in twisted schemes. The truth they shunned is loud and screams. Nightmares are never what they seem. I hate to say I told you so, but the fire's out and the ashes glow. The fools who mocked me get the show. Truth the only thing that grows. Now they're turning back on broken dreams, wandering lost in twisted schemes.
We are not going for an hour and a half. Nope. Let me get that out of there. You're not. You guys aren't going to get me into an hour and a half on a Wednesday morning. We are going for 45 minutes to an hour. Let's get to it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing out there today? Hopefully you are doing well. I am Tickle Druff. We are engineered to win. Hopefully everyone had an amazing night. I'm going to talk about this a little bit before we get started with the show, but I was tired. Yesterday I was up early and went to sleep late, and I just had to get one last thing done, and I was just like struggling to stay up to just get it out there, just to press submit, and it worked out perfectly. But I was tired. I was tired at the end of it all. But I know that a lot of people like to. I mean, it's a very, very big topic, talking about burnout and stuff like that. And for me, my approach to burnout has been, all right, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, all that good stuff. Well, guess what? I am going to go to sleep, and I get a few hours of sleep, and then I am right back at it again. I am energized, ready to go. So for some people, when they have burnout, it takes them weeks, months, etc. to recover. I just need like 4 hours of sleep, and then I'm like, all right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. There is way too much to do to be wasting the days, to be wasting the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years away. How many years? If you had to calculate, how many years of your life have you wasted? That's a fair question. That's a fair question. So I was like, just I'm telling you, I'm on the computer falling asleep, but I'm like, I just gotta get this one. I just need one more minute of energy to get this one little thumbnail out, and then I submit it, and I'm like, I'm dead. And then I woke up this morning early, got my stretching in, got my workout in, got in the sauna. And while in the sauna, I'm working on setting up thumbnails, editing video, all that good stuff. And I was good to go. And I'm energized right now. I'm energized. I just needed about 4.5 hours of sleep. And I was like, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So shout out. So if you feel like you're burned out, you just need about maybe 8 hours and then get back to it. You're not going to go for days, weeks, months of I'm so burned out. That just makes you worse. That just makes you even more burnt out. All right. So that's my early morning message to you. I've been at it for hours now, so I am hyped up and ready to go. Alrighty then. So, quick announcements. Today at noon, we have the premiere of our software explorations, concept and overviews. We're going to be talking about the next phase of ethical hacking. We're going to be talking about scanning, and there's different types of scanning. There's network scanning, there's web app scanning, there is wireless scanning, and we're going to break all of that down. So you definitely want to tune in at noon Eastern time. And we also have, after we go off air here on Tech Drop channel, if you are looking for some additional power, some additional, like, let's get to it work, guess what is going on over on the, can I update this? Over on the, let me put this right here. Over on the Tech Music channel, we have David Goggins right now. Our Endless Race is playing, where it is a playlist of David Goggins and the Tech Coach Ralph music looping, just for you to get that extra bit of energy, just so you can just get one more rep in, one more line of code, one more deployment, one more one more lap, whatever it is that you're doing, just to get one more. Just tune in for like a few minutes just to get that one little ounce out there, because you can do it. All right. So with that being said, also let me put this in the chat real quick. The traumatic brain injury questionnaire for my cousin who suffered a traumatic brain injury last year in a biking accident. So help her out. She's collecting data. She's a mathematician and a system engineer. She's collecting data to be able to help people suffering from traumatic brain injuries and the friends and family of people suffering from that as well. I'm going to drop that in the chat. So please take that questionnaire. That will help her gather data. And tomorrow night we're going to be going live with ethical hacking, but that's about everything. All the announcements that I have, the Abandoned album is in all music stores, our all streaming platforms. So go check that out as well. That'd be really, really appreciated. I would love to hear your feedback on the AI generated album. You think it's easy, like, oh, it's just AI, but there is a lot of thought that goes into it and getting the right sound. Sometimes your friends will say, nope, not good. Make this modification, listen to this song and try to get this. And I'm like, okay, let's figure that out. So it is a process. It is a process. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to check the chat, and then we are going to get started with working, because that's what we do here. We work so that we can win. All right. Let me see the lovely early risers that we have in the chat. We have Miss Freckles in the building, says hello, Tech Drop. Hello. Oh my goodness, this thing always goes crazy on me. Hold on, let me fix that. Let's see what we got going on. All right. This thing is crazy. Let's fix that. All right, there we go. It says, Miss Freckles says, hello, Tickers. Hello to you, Miss Freckles. How are you doing this morning? It is 7 a.m. for Miss Freckles, bright and early. Shout out to Miss Freckles. Let's see. You guys are terrible. That is not true. That is not true. And we have my best friend in the building.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Mitch says yap, yap, yap. That's how he said it. It wasn't yap, yap, yap. It's yap, yap, yap. All right. So, and we have Roxy, the lovely Roxy in the building, says, beautiful people. Good morning, Roxy. How are you doing? Hopefully you are doing well. Let's see. And Ms. Freckles says, can I send this TBI link to friends and family? You can send it to anyone. Please, please, please. The more data that we can collect, the better our sample size is going to be. And then she'll parse through it, and then she'll start doing whatever it is that she does as a mathematician and a system engineer, right? So thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate that, Ms. Freckles.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. We have Nora Hogan over on the Twitch side of the game. Says, hey, Tech Coach Ruff. Hey to you. How are you doing? I have a special spot in my heart for all of my Twitch friends. Shout out to you, Nora Hogan.
I appreciate you.
And we have AR Smitty in the building, bright and early. Good morning, AR Smitty. How are you doing today? Hopefully all is going well up there.
Let's get it.
Let's see. It says it messes up on my chat. So what happens is when I go back between different profiles, I have a recording profile where it's not for live streaming and it has a different layout. And when I go back to the live streaming layout, then it just makes it go crazy. So it drives me crazy. I gotta talk to them to see what's going on with that. All right. Does this one work? Let me see something. Let me see because I might have to update that. Let's see. Give me a second to make sure this is working. Nope. Let me get rid of that one. Gotta get rid of that. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. What else? We have says sorry. Except I meant so God. All right. Let's see. All right, cool, perfect. So what we are going to do this morning is we are going to continue looking into our Anthropic large language model, Claude. We're going to see how we can use it to pretty much the goal is to integrate it into our content creation assistant workflow. Basically, what I've been building through learning this large language model stuff is it's simplifying, and for me, that's what technology is, and that is what AI helps so much in. What it helps is that it makes your life easier to make you more productive. A lot of people are terrified. They are terrified of AI. I am not. I'm not terrified. I'm like, all right, how can I use this to my advantage? And I'm like, all right, so I would spend maybe 20, 30, not 30, maybe 20 minutes per video that you see released. So every video you see released, about 20 minutes per video, setting up the title, the description, the keywords, the thumbnail. And I was like, well, I can streamline this, right? Because I was using AI to do this anyways, right? So I was like, let me streamline this. So I'm like, let me build this assistant. And once I did that, now I go from 20 minutes per to about 3 to 5 minutes per video. Right now, the thing that takes the longest is generating the thumbnail, because I have to get the baseline of the thumbnail and then bring it into the image editing tool to add my picture, addition some text and stuff like that. But I would rather that be what's taking me the longest instead of going through this whole process. So 3 to 5 minutes, that is awesome. And that's why I have been able to actually put even more content out lately, as opposed to just sticking to the Q&A videos 5 days a week plus the other videos, So I'm like, all right, now we can even get more out there. All right. So we did that using OpenAI to get started, but now we're learning more about the different providers out there. So we set up Anthropic. We signed up for Anthropic Claude on Monday, and now we are going to continue to play around with Anthropic to see how that all works out. All right. Let me see. Let me see this question from. Let me see. Let's see. All right, let me see. So Nora is asking me a question about artwork. Yeah, that sounds good, Nora. Just send me a message. You can email me, Ralph at techcoachingwithralph.com, and we can talk about that there. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I appreciate you reaching out.
I appreciate you.
All right, so let's get to work. And let's have some fun. All right, let's go to this screen over here. All right, so this is what we did on Monday. We set up our Anthropic. So we signed up for Anthropic. We had purchased about $25 in Anthropic API credits, right? Tokens, and we actually we did a lot actually, right? Because we mimicked this after what we did for OpenAI. It's very, very similar, to be honest, right? But we haven't integrated yet into our our content creation workflow. So this is just a file right here, but the content creation workflow is right here. Eventually, in the content creation workflow, we're going to take all this code that we have. We're actually probably end up writing it in in Node, so that we can have a nice looking front end design for it. And that way we can also make it available to other people, other content creators, to use it if they want to streamline their workflow. If you want to take a long time, or if you want to have crappy titles, no descriptions, no keywords, crappy thumbnails, or if you want to spend a lot of time having nice ones, then you can do that. But if you want to streamline the process, then I'm like, all right, maybe I can find a way to turn this into like some type of SaaS application, a service as a software application, where you can streamline your workflow, right? If you don't want to, that is perfectly fine. But for me, this has helped me save so much time. And when I save time, you know what happens when I save time? I get to do more work. I get to produce more amazing content out there. All right, but with that being said, let's start looking into what we got. We basically got our API key in there. We set up our client for Anthropic, and we're passing pretty much the same system message that we passed in for the OpenAI, just to test it out. And then it's funny because I have the video. One of the videos I'm going to be releasing tonight is about JD Vance's AI summit, right? I clipped that up. All right. Let's see what. So now we had passed in. Where's the message that we passed in? We passed in this message of so it was for last Saturday's live stream going over JD Vance's speech on AI in Paris, economic indicators, CPI, PPI, retail sales. That was on our Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show, which my best friend Mitch helps me host from the chat as well, because he is a data expert and he loves these numbers stuff.
Shake and bake.
All right. So when we passed that, then it gave us this response of the text block, and what we stopped on Monday was to figure out, okay, how are we going to actually parse this, right? Because I need to be able to extract this part and then to get that into the markdown, the IPython display stuff, so that it can look good, right? So we are going to do some research on how are we actually going to parse this, because I didn't see a good way to parse it, and this is not traditional JSON response. So what we're going to do, we are going to be looking at the Anthropic documentation to see, all right, how can we actually parse this to get this to work the way that we want it to work? All right, so that is the goal for this morning. And after we're not going to spend too much time. I mean, we will, but for the next couple of shows, because I do want to sign up for the Google Gemini API, so that we can that way we can get different APIs within one. And then I have to go back and look at I think I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it down? It was, I have to find it. I wrote it down somewhere, but there was a suggestion made the other day of a tool that we can use to combine all of these large language models, which we'll about to do that. All right. So this is what we need to parse. By parse, I mean, when I say parse, I mean we need to be able to extract this content right here, right? We need to be able to take this out, and then we're going to take that right there and put it through, we're going to put it through a parser, like not a parser, but like through markdown code so that it can look nicely. But we won't be able to do that as long as it is trapped in here. Okay. So let's take a look at our documentation. So this is the Anthropic website. This is Claude. So let me see if I can find the documentation. So let's go to docs over here. And let me take a look at our API reference. And in the chat, I just wanted to say good morning to, let me see, make sure we got everything. I just want to say good morning to Nona. Oh my goodness, this thing is going crazy on me. To Nona, me Blitz says, what up, big dog? Thanks, dude. I like this. So what's up to you as well? Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you're having an amazing morning. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I can add value to you.
I appreciate you.
I don't know. This thing you see, Miss Freckles, it's not only you. It is not only you where this thing goes crazy on. I have to find a way to prevent that from happening because it drives me crazy. And and you guys know how I feel about when people call me crazy, right? All right, there we go. Let's fix that right about there. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's continue with. All right, so I'm looking through here. And so we already got started. We got that already. I need to look at, all right, so let's look at Anthropic APIs, messages. Although we're using the Python one, right? So it's not necessarily, let me see. Maybe I need to look at the SDK. Let's take a look at the SDK, all right? So let's look at the Python because we're not using the API in particularly. We're using the SDK, where it's the code written for it's like the SDK, software development kit, I believe it stands for. And it's like, how do these languages integrate with these different platforms? They have SDKs for all types of different applications. And it's like I think the SDK is kind of like a wrapper for the API to make the communication to Anthropic, to make the communication to OpenAI and stuff like that, all right? So this is the one for Python. Let me take a look at this GitHub repo for Python. All I'm really trying to do is extract the response that I'm getting from Anthropic. So let's see if they give a sample of the response, which I'm not seeing yet. Let's see. Streaming responses. Response property. Let's see. Looking. It's interesting that how much you can actually do with these SDKs that most people, they just use the very, very beginning. They don't get that far into it. I don't see what I'm looking for yet though. Let's see. Because we have print, because once you do the print message, like how do I do something with the message? That's what I need to figure out. Let's see. And you see they have SDKs for Python, for TypeScript. While this library is TypeScript, it can also be used in JavaScript libraries. They also have it for Java and they have it for Go. So you can use it in just about any language, all right? but I am trying to. So message.content. Let me see. So what? All right. Let me. So it might just be message.content. Let me see what it is that I'm actually printing out. So I am printing out message.content. Let me see. What if we do this? So, see, that's what I mean. It's not. So I'm just gonna try something, right? If I do text block, right? Because I can't find it, I have to start trying different things, which makes me waste credits, but we're here to learn, right? So if I go here and let's go to, I'm going to change this description so that I can use something that is useful, right? So what we're actually going to be doing, so for a live stream, okay, so for a live stream clip where I review Vice President J.D. Vance's speech at the AI Summit in Paris, and I share my thoughts about it, right? So at least we can see what kind of response we get from, or if we even get a response at all from Anthropic, right? So you see the text. I couldn't use the text block. So the question, all right. So the question is, what can I use in order to get in there? All right. So I'm gonna do a Google search, right? Let's say how to parse Anthropic text block. So this person on Reddit has the same issue that I'm having. Apparently, it says, for the life of me, I cannot get Claude 3. All right, so let's see. Maybe we can get some answers from Reddit here, right? So it's response.content0.text. Is it that easy? Is it that easy? So let's try it. Because apparently, Anthropic does not believe in providing that in the documentation. But they say so. It's if we go back over here, then. So we say 0 and then text. Is that what you said? Yep. So let's try that. Hopefully, if that works, then that'll save us a lot of headache right? There we go. There we have it. Now, what else could we do? We could it's not all right. So here's another question. Because our so I think, all right, so this let's say this is good enough, right? Let's say this is good enough here. Why don't we try to bring that into we can use what we have so far, because this, let me see what we're covering. All right, so this is the description, which is fine. Why don't we try to bring that into our content creation workflow, right? Let me save this as well. How do I save this? Or rename it at least? Let's go to save. We'll call that Claude. Or let's call that Anthropic. All right, let's rename that. All right, so we called it Anthropic sampling. Let's see. Miss Freckles says that you should say Paris, France, since there are many places called Paris. Yep, you're right. We'll do that. we will do that. When we're maybe like when we're putting, since we know that it's Paris, France, maybe when we are putting in the description, we can just add France to it. But yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Um, that's very, 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 very good observation, Miss Freckles. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take this and we're going to port it into our content creation workflow, right? So what I'm going to do is say, we're gonna do a pip install Anthropic over here. So I wish I could do two different tabs side by side, but it is what it is, right? We're gonna go all the way to the top, and we're going to say, this was DeepSeek. We're going to say, add another one here. Let's go with that. And we can do pip install Anthropic. And let's do that one. All right, so we have all of that already installed because it's installed on our Anaconda environment. Now let's go and do, we're going to add the Anthropic import to our existing imports. So you see we have the OS, we have the request, we have the .env, we have the IPython display, we have our OpenAI, we have Olama, right? Let's do from, or is it just import Anthropic? Just import Anthropic. Let's do that. Or let me see. Do we need to? What do we have over here? So we have. So let's do from Anthropic import Anthropic. Let's try. Let me show if I can do that. Let me see if I can do that right. That way we don't have to always write Anthropic. So let's do from Anthropic import Anthropic, right? So let's run that. Okay, so that's good. So now I want to say, how do I get the Claude? Let's see. Because we need to get the Claude API key in here as well. So let's do this, right? We will do all right, for now we'll do this. We'll do, let me add another block in here. Let's do this. We will do, let's copy our Claude API keys. And what I want to do is say, because I don't want to override the API keys, I'm going to say Claude API key. And I'll say here, 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 here. So, so this will be for Claude, and then we'll eventually connect the two to make it better, and then we'll say, all right, which LLM do we want to use? Do we want to use the Anthropic one, or do we want to use the OpenAI one? But for now, we'll leave it as this for now. Then we will refactor. So, what I always say here, what do I always say when we're working on this stuff, right? That's the question. What do I always say? We make it work, and then we make it better, right? So let's go with here. So we have our API key. Let's do this. And it says no API keys was found. What? Let me think. Claude, let me see. Why were you not found? It says no API key was found. Please head over to troubleshooting. No API. So, So if I go to this one, it finds the API key. If I go to this one, it finds the API key. And it's this one. But I know that I have the API key because it works right here. Let's see. Let's see here. Claude API key. If not, let's see. Claude API key. Let me see if I do this, what happens. It's not finding. Why is it not finding my API key? Let me see. OS get environment. I think it should. I think it should find it. Let me see. Because if I have it as this, and I was to say this, and that, no API key found. But here, it finds it. And here, it also finds it. Okay. Small wrinkle. Let's see what we got going on here. API key, load environment variables in file called .env. Because this should just be Claude API key. Oh wait, this is not the one I want to edit. I want to edit this one. Should start with Anthropic. If not, API key, no API key was found. All right, let me check something out. Go to a terminal here. Let's go to echo. Let's do this. Let's go to over here. We're gonna go to cd .. slash, and we are going to be looking for it's not in WebStorm, I don't think. Let me check WebStorm. Let's check PyCharm. All right, let's go here. let's go to all right, so there we go. So let me do all right. So let me take a look at the environment file. Oh, what? That can't be right. So let me see. So in here, I say Claude API key, but here I also say, so why is it finding in here, but it's not finding it in, because it's supposed to be Anthropic API key, not Claude API. I don't know why I have it that way. I don't know why it works on this one, but it should actually be this Anthropic API key. All right, so let me try that now. There we go. API key was found, but it doesn't start with skproj. But it's supposed to start with that. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, it's supposed to start with that though. So an API, so if not starts with sk, but it does start with sk at. skant. So if not starts with sk dash ant, an API key was found, but and that's interesting because it does start with that. I don't understand why this one actually works though, because I don't have an environment variable named Claude in there. That's weird. Let's leave it as that for now. I don't know why it's saying this, because it's what it should be. It says if not, else if not. So for my people learning Python, right? Like Roxy, like Miss Freckles. What does this elif mean? It says if not Claude API key, print no API key was found. Else if not API underscore key starts with sk at, print an API key was found, but it doesn't start, but it does. All right, whatever. We'll investigate that part later. But we have, so let's say we have this setting the API key, and then we go into our system prompt. I don't know why there's so much space here. All right, let's go all the way down somewhere. Where's everything? Hold up. Where is everything? I'm just gonna refresh this. This is weird. I'm just gonna refresh. Let's save our changes. Let's refresh. So try to run this again. So, all right, I have to investigate that part, but let's see what we can do. So we have our request to OpenAI. Let's do a request to, I can just pass it up here. Function to pass in a Claude / Anthropic request. And we will do copy that right there. Okay, so now we will say so let's add in a up here, let's do set the client as Anthropic, set Anthropic client, and then we would say, let's run this one real quick. Oh, we just need client. Let's do, I don't want to do client. Well, let me call that Claude equals Anthropic. All right, so that took, we have our system prompt. We have, all right, so in here, we are going to be saying, we're going to be passing this variable into here. As a system prompt, and then for the message, we would pass in the, so we're going to wrap this with define, and we're going to say a request to Claude, and we're going to say pass in a message. We're going to go here, and for the message, we will take it to, let's see, we would take it to here, right? Let's put an F string on that so that we can have the, we want to have the, how do we do it for the other ones? Hold on. We did for, okay, so just all right, so just message in general. All right, so we're going to go to, take off the F string. Oops. And we will do message. All right, so we'll be passing in the message into here, and then we want to actually return the message that we're getting back from, I think it should be indented as well. Put this as a colon. What is, all right, so there goes that. All right, cool. So it looks like we have everything set up with Claude. Let's go to here. We got my guy in the building. What's up, Magnetar? How are you doing? Magnetar says it's 5:39 a.m. Why are y'all up? Magnetar, it's that late in the day already? It is that late in the day already?
Bruh.
I don't know, Magnetar. That's too late. That is too late. You know how much you can get done between by 5:39 a.m. Do you know how much you can get done? I'm just saying.
Let's get it. Ain't believing us.
All right, we are almost done. So we did it. All right, so we ran this, right, and it took. So that's good. What's up, Chris Sparks? Good morning, Chris Sparks. Always happy to see you here. And Chris Sparks, if you link your Patreon account to your Discord, it'll teleport you into the new Team Tech Coach Drop Discord. And then when I do office hours and stuff like that, we're going to be doing a lot of different projects. I have some cybersecurity people who are going to be, using the Discord to show when they're using Try Hack Me and when they're like the different things that they do. So definitely the spot to be. So definitely check that out. Link your Patreon to your Discord. All right. So we have this. I don't know why this thing keeps disappearing on me. I'm going to save and refresh. I must be doing something. All right, let's refresh that again. So we have the Claude, request to Claude. What we'll do for the, let me see where we're making that request. What we'll do is, I am just going to change this right here from request to OpenAI to request to Claude, just to see what we get, right? So in just these 3 spots, right? But remember, ultimately, I wanna be flexible in how I pass these providers in there, these LLM providers. I want to be flexible because I don't want to hard code it to just only say OpenAI. I want to use Claude. I want to use OpenAI, or I want to use Google Gemini, based on my preference, right? So let's see what we can get, right? Is this gonna work? I don't know, because I don't even know if the API key took, right? But let's run them. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add this, and I want to say generate, and I want to say I review, or say live stream clip reviewing VP JD Vance's speech at the AI Summit in Paris, and as per the one, the only Miss Freckles, Paris, France. All right. So, and I share my thoughts, feedback, and takeaway. Right. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. So let's see why this failed. So this request to Claude failed. Let's see why. Client is, oh, okay. I know why. So we need to, all right, that's fine. We need to, it's a minor modification, right? So set Anthropic client, and then we just need to change this to Claude. Is that it? Is that the only, I think that's the only spot we have to change it. We just have to change that to Claude, right? So let's go here. And now if we go down over here, let's try that again. But like I was telling you guys yesterday, failure is just another opportunity to try, right? It's like, so we had like this, we got an error, and it's like, no big deal. We see what the problem is, we go and fix it, and then we run it again. And let's see what we get. See, now it didn't fail right away. Boom. Look at that. Look, see, while I'm happy that we got Anthropic integrated, but it's giving me way too many options, right? Like all right. So what we'll do on Monday, we will actually be seeing how we can clean up our use of Anthropic. I just want one. Like, here are 5 catchy titles under 65 characters. I'm like, and I like these options, right? But it's giving me too much. Right? If the best option is number 1, just give me number 1, right? I finally watched JD Vance's shocking AI Summit speech, which is cool. I understand I understand you breaking this down, but for my workflow, I don't care, right? Funny enough, I was on a call with some of my software engineers yesterday, and they were talking about their use of AI, And what they use it for, they like the breakdown, the explanation that these providers give them. However, like for me, for what I use it for, like it depends on what I'm using for. But for like when I'm using it for this, I just like to get straight to the point. Let me yap, let AI get straight to the point, right? I do not like AI yapping. I like to do the yapping, all right? And Miss Freckles says I like option number 2. You know what, Miss Freckles? Guess what? I like option number 2 as well. So I'm gonna use option number 2. And let me see, what else do we got? Breaking down. All right, so this is the description, breaking down JD Vance's AI Summit speech. Key proposals. All right, all that. So that's fine. We have our, and we have. I think it did a decent job. I would like to, you know what? Before we head out, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to change this back to OpenAI so we can compare the two. We're gonna compare the two, all right? And you can tell me which one you thought did a better job, all right? So all I have to do here for now, we're gonna make this much better in the very near future. But I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna just change this to OpenAI for the video title. I'm gonna change this to OpenAI, and let me know what do you prefer. If you are using this, would you prefer where it gives you the 5 different options and you get to choose which one you like best, or would you prefer where it just gets straight to the point? Give me a title. I can make minor modifications if I need to, and let's go from there. Or give me the options. Give me the options, and I'll choose the one that I like best. Let me see. All right, last one, OpenAI. And we have that. So now if I go to, so I have to submit these. Let's go here, here, and here. And then we do here. So if I was to copy this exactly as it is, and I go into here and I add another cell, right? And I paste, so this is the same exact one. This is the same exact one that I just got generated from Claude. I'm going to generate it using OpenAI, right? Let's go and do that. And we have, I wish you can compare them side by side, right? But so the one that we get from OpenAI, it says the title is just one title. I'm shocked by JD Vance's speech at the AI Summit in Paris, France, right? Or you choose from these 5, which now you have to decide. It's telling us why it likes number 1. I like number 2, as Ms. Freckles says. Mitch says he likes number 1. So, and then this one, description, exclusive Livestream description. In the first segment, we talk about this. I don't know. For me, honestly, I honestly don't really care about the description. So whether I use the one from OpenAI or Claude, it wouldn't really matter to me. I think the title is what's more important, and how it would generate the thumbnail suggestions, right? I think those would be pretty important. So that'll be a good comparison. I don't really care about the description as much because nobody really reads the description from my perspective. So, but the key thing is we got both of them in. We got both of them. Now the next thing that we want to do is, after we get like Gemini in there as well, then we want to say, all right, by me using the generate content creation metadata, how can I easily switch between which provider that I'm using? So maybe there's something we can do, like setting the provider externally, not externally, but like let's say we go into a function up here where we're saying set the provider, and then now it automatically, so we have one spot to set the provider, and then it automatically does all that work for us. So that's what will be upcoming as well at some point. All right, but that is it. Let's go back to full screen. I have been yapping long enough now. I just start and I just can't stop. All right, but um, let's do some quick announcements, and then I'm gonna take the chat, and then we will wrap it up. All right. So, we have our scanning video release at noon today for software explorations, concept and overviews. I will be in the chat with you guys. I'm going to be releasing this JD Vance AI Summit speech tonight. It's a clip from our Saturday show. I'm going to release that tonight. I'm trying to debate if I should premiere it or if I should just release the clip. If I premiere it, I won't be able to be in the chat because I will be not here, which sucks. So I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe my amazing moderators can fill in for me while I am not here, and they can take care of the chat for me. All right. Let me check the chat as we get out of here. Tomorrow night as well, we're going to be doing ethical hacking, starting on scanning. Remember to do the traumatic brain injury assessment. Abandoned album is on all streaming platforms. I think that covers it all. Join the TechCo Drive Patreon, and link your Patreon to your Discord, which will automatically put you into the Team TechCo Drive Discord, where we're going to be doing a lot of work. I hope that the wonderful people in there can actually start to work together and say, hey, let's build something that is going to add value. Like I was saying yesterday, Ms. Freckles, building out your portfolio, you're not going to be able to do it. To have a good portfolio, you're not going to be able to do it alone, right? So team up with people who are going in the same direction as you and actually start to work together to build value, right? I think that's one of the things that we lack the most is finding ways to add value. Because, all right, here's a quick little rant, right? I know people say, oh, I'm valuable. I'm like, okay, yes, you're valuable to yourself, to God, to your parents, but what about to the rest of the world? Like, how do you add value there? And that's what you need to be looking into to say, all right, what can I do? What can we do? What can we build that is going to be meaningful to other people, that makes them want to use what we're building, all right? So that's why I want you guys to start teaming up and just say, hey, let's do something. Let's build something, right? That's what I have my tech barbarians doing, and they're going to be using the people in the Patreon as their stakeholders to get ideas and feedback from and all of that good stuff, right? So that's why it's very, very important to join the TechCo Drive Patreon and join the TechCo Drive, the Team TechCo Drive Discord to be able to collaborate and actually work on meaningful things together, all right? All right, so with that being said, let me check the chat real quick and then we're gonna get out of here, okay? So let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything of importance. Let's see. So we had that. Anything? Oh my goodness, I missed some good ones. I was so into working, I missed some good ones. We have Monica D in the building. Good morning, Monica. How are you doing this morning? And we got the one, the only Fanny P in the building. Shout out to Fanny P. Let's see. What else we got? We had this one. Let's see. You guys are so silly. Anything I'm missing? That is, I meant to ask you last night, Ms. Freckles, how was your daughter's birthday? Ms. Freckles says she is happy with no cares in the world. That is awesome. As of right now, princess treatment is what she demands. Thank you for asking. Shout out to Mitch asking. And Ms. Freckles says maybe Reddit has answer, and Reddit sure did have the answer. Reddit is clutch. Shout out to Reddit.
You the best.
Let's see what else we got as we head out. Magnetar says it's 5:39 a.m. What are you guys doing up? And I think that's the question right there. Why am I up? Because you saw that we were live and you're like, you know what? I gotta join the fun. Chris Park says 5:39. Where are you at? Let's see. Mr. says no shoveling today. Let's see. What else we got? Miss Freckles is cranky. Let's. Oh my God, you guys are too much. You guys are too much. I miss a lot. I miss a lot when see, and this is why I liked the premieres because I get to have fun in the chat with you guys. Mr. Go said she liked option number 2. I like it as well. Let's see what else we got. Magnetar's message. Let's see. And Mitch says, what? Mitch, are you being bullied? Mitch, do you need me to come and save you from the invisible fire? Do you need me to help you and save you from the invisible fire, Mitch? Shake your bake. I got you, Mitch. I got you because we are not going to let that happen. Mr. says, great yap time. See, at least somebody appreciates my yapping. Mr. says, that's valid. And Mitch says, I'm not valuable. What? How could you not be valuable, Mitch? You offered to pay for the snow shoveling. I'm just saying you offered to pay for that. That's value right there, Mitch. That is value right there. Monica says, I am doing great. I'm doing good. Lurking as you know what? I absolutely love the lurkers as well. You can lurk forever. I appreciate you, Monica.
Let's get it.
And that is it. That is it for today. Says the invisible fire is diabolical. All right, so we're done. Remember, see you guys at noon. Jump over to, if you need some early morning motivation wherever you're at, if you need to get things done, maybe you just have one more rep to go, one more line of code to write, one more test to execute, one more patient to help, whatever it is, go over to Tech Music. We have David Goggins' motivation with Tech Coach Ralph music streaming all the way to like noon. So that's it. With that, it says you turn up. He turned an inch into a mile. Anyways, I am out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It is the middle of the week, and we're out of here. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night. I'm going to see you guys at noon. Have a great, great night. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Fell from the clouds, felt the crash. High horse bucked me off the path. Smitten, lost, can't find my way. Below rock bottom, here I'll stay. I was riding, up on that horse. Thought I had it all, no doubts, no remorse. Fell hard, right down below, lower than rock bottom, where dreams don't go. Where do I go from here? Can't see through the fear. I'm lost, I'm scared, tangled up. I'm lost, trying to find my look. Lost in the shadows, can't find the light. Wandering aimless through endless night. Should've been straight, could've, but I took the curve. Now I'm stuck in this mess with nerve. Broken wings, shattered dreams, echoes of laughter. Now just screams. Trying to climb back up the wall, but every step, it's a harder fall. Once high up in the sky so blue, now the ground's the only view. Regrets a heavy chain around my feet, dragging me down into this defeat. I look for answers in the dark, hoping to looking for a sign. Fractured heart, cracked by time. Should've been straight, paid my dues. Now I'm haunted by the blues.